Okay, so good morning once again and welcome back in today's class. Today we are on the day number 5 of our ITSM batch, which is specifically built for the CIS ITSM examination. Okay, so now we are going to be discuss something which we started yesterday is called the foundation data. Farah, now you're able to hear me?
Yes.
Okay,
Just now.
good.
Yeah, thank
Okay,
you.
good morning. Okay, so yesterday we started a discussion on the foundation data, that what is foundation data and how we can, or what is foundation data, and now we'll see that how this is important for us. As I told yesterday, that foundation data is something which help you to design and define your process. It provides some kind of a support to you that how you can build your processes. So we can say that this is the first step in our implementation, where we have to be start to ask the customer, okay, give me your foundation data. Okay, and today we are going to be see that how this foundation data store in ServiceNow. Okay, there are few important things which ServiceNow suggested, like user role, user, company, department, location, group member, and group role. These are considered as a primary foundation data. Means before you start anything, these are must. If I say, okay, should we do one thing, log into ServiceNow and order one laptop. But if Surbi's account, Surbi group or Surbi user does not exist in ServiceNow, then how she can log in? It means it is important. Now every user who is in my database, in my service now as a user, number one, we did not call them as a person. It is called the user. Okay. And when we assign the role, it become persona. Okay. So now these are the important foundation data as per the implementation part. Now the question come, what are the sources these data can come? What are the sources? Because see, now think, you say, Atul, can you guide me to become a cook? I said, okay, but what are the sources I can give you so that you can learn from there? You can go from blogs, you can go from videos, you can go some podcast kind of things. In the same manner, from where these data is coming, it can come from the Active Directory, it can come from the HR system, it can come from the spreadsheet. Maybe I am I'm implementing ITSM for one of my customer who are very small in the industry now. They're maintaining their data in the Excel sheet. Fine. Anybody can add the data manually or some legacy system. Maybe some very old system they're using. They're not using AD. They're not using any HR system like Workday kind of things. They're not using it. Or if you want to bring, you can create manual user account as well. Because ServiceNow provides the functionality that you can create manually as well. Or you can bring it via some integration as well. Basically, AD and HR is kind of an integration sources. Okay, so the purpose that mainly a user, mainly a customer is having 5 or 6 sources to bring the foundation data. Remember, I'm talking about foundation. Don't discuss that, Atul. If we have an incident, can we bring that in service? No, we're not discussing that. Is transactional data. We're talking about the foundation data here. Okay, so these are the sources and these are the records we have to bring in service now. Now, important point is that how I can bring this thing. So, Atul, I'm new in service now. I don't know much thing. So what we can do, service now provide us the guided setup. Guided setup is something which is give you a step-by-step execution. That okay, you can go and you can do this thing. You can go and you can get this thing. That is called the foundation data, step-by-step execution kind of things I can say. So we can search for the guided setup like this. You can see, right? So we have different guided setup. See, ITSM guided setup. It means if you are a service provider and you are implementing service now for your customer and you are not that much mature in implementation, you can use the ITSM guided setup. Click on this. Now, when you click on this, you will find a place that what ServiceNow suggests. Okay, now tell me one thing. If I am sorry, it's not it's right. Okay, let's discuss this as well. Let's discuss this. Good point. It has been done. Okay. I am talking about foundation data. But what we open is called the ITSM guided setup. That before you bring the data in ServiceNow, you have to be set up something. Let's say Farah purchased a new flat. Okay. Before she shift in that flat, she need to be do some setups, some plumbing setup, some electric setup, some furniture setup, some basic setups she need to be do so that when on the day one when she come, she can stay easily. And what you need to be stay, at least you need water, you need electricity, and nowadays you need the internet as well. Maybe you have a good flat, it's completely mat floored. You can sleep on the floor as well. Beds or mattresses are not required on the day one, but later on you need it. So this is what ServiceNow says, that before you start implementation, these are the setup you have to be do. And what they say get going, learn and feel empowered. It means start with the basics, like you should have a company logo, you should have a personalized banner text like this. You have a default daytime format. Atul, you told that it will help us, but ये तो कुछ है ही नहीं. See, simple, it's like this. So you can click on the get started. And now it will give you the task and you will do one by one. So what it's saying, company, transform the service instance by configuring your company name. And how you can do, click here and you can configure it. Click on the configure. It will take you the table where you can go for this one. So like these things. This is the place, property place, where you can go and make the changes. You can change the header, you can change the image, all the things you can do it as per your requirement. And once you're done, you can come back. Let me see, click on the save and it will say, okay, let me come back. Yeah, and then you can say mark as complete. If you want to assign to someone, I'm not a developer. I'm a project manager. I can go and assign this task to someone. Okay, guys, you have to do this thing. Welcome page. The landing page which come to us. It's come from these properties. Go and make a change there. If you want, you can make a change there. It means it's like telling a kid that how to start writing the alphabets. Like I still remember when my kid was 4 or 5, he started his school. So for the kids, getting started with the alphabets a little tough. So what my wife told, how to write a C, half circle, how to write a D, one straight line, then opposite half circle. It means this is the guided setup I'm giving to him. And now he remember everything. because he's getting mature in the system now. This is what ServiceNow told me. Complete one by one everything, and at that last you will reach at the last point. It means you are ready for live. Maybe it has some data as well. Project communication, improvement, knowledge management, see catalog, change management, problem management, major incident, CMDB. Let's see, is it have some foundation data as well? See, it is a foundation data. If I click on this, this is what we have to be do now. But will it be available for every module? No, it's not like that. It's not available for every module. Like if you see here, guided setup, we have ITSM and ITOM. Maybe if I install ITBM, if I install GRC, then I'll get that as well. But our interest is on the ITSM only. So it means Surbhi is my customer and say, Atul, can you implement ServiceNow for me, ITSM implementation for me? So if I don't know the process, I'll start from here. I'll go here, click on the guided setup. I need Surbhi. I need your company logo. I need your email properties. I need your LDAP account. Achha, okay. What else you need? I need your foundation data, department, location, company. Okay. I need your CMDB data as well, so that I can implement. I can bring that part. Okay. What else? Now I have to incident. You need some catalogs. You need some incoming. You need some prioritization methods. Tell me. I'll do that part for you. So what these things? These are step by step support is given by ServiceNow to you. If you follow these things, minimum viable product will be ready. That is called the MVP. Now let's discuss about our foundation data. So ServiceNow say in the foundation data, I have a department, location, companies, user, group, and group number and assign role. So what we'll do, click on the get started. But we have to be understand one important point, how these are interrelated. Because don't consider that this is an end user training session. No, this is the implementations class. So we have to be understand that how these things, how these tables are interrelated. Let me pick up user here. Okay. User means you, me, anybody. A user has a department or company. What do you think?
First company.
Company, yes. A user has a company. But can a user have a multiple company? No. If you are working in a company, you are working in a company, right? Means your single record cannot be exists in the multiple companies.
Correct.
It means it is one-to-one relationship. One user, part of one company. Correct?
Yeah.
Now, a user is a correct?
Correct. Yeah.
Same concept, right, Farah?
Yes, yes.
Again, one-to-one. Why I'm telling you? Because this is an important point from the examination perspective. Now, department done. Now we have a location. Again, same one location. One-to-one.
Yes, yes.
Done. Now let's come here. Okay. Now department done, location done, company done. What else? Group. a user can be part of multiple groups.
Yes.
Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes.
Right? Like a woman has a many relationship. Mother, auntie, chachi, daughter, daughter-in-law. So it's like, but it is one to many.
Many.
One user has a many relationship. So I'll put like this. One user has a multiple group.
Yes.
Correct?
Yeah.
Now a group can have multiple users. What we call as a group member.
Mhm.
It means it is M2M relationship. A group has one member as well. A group has many members as well. A user is part of one group. A user is part of many groups as well.
Yes.
Right? Clear यहाँ तक?
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
Okay. Now what left? Role. Right?
Mhm.
Right? Now if I come here.
Atul, just a question, please.
Sure.
Yeah, this foundation data are this informations? I mean, are this from ServiceNow perspective of or it's like it's standard that we can consider for foundation data? I mean, this is the basics, the foundation data related
Yes.
to use. Okay.
Yes. So this is a basic foundation data which you required to implement ServiceNow.
Okay.
And it is irrespective. Either you go for the ITSM, either you go for the ITBM, ITOM. This is the minimum one. If you go in the ITOM, some more foundation data will become. If you go in the ITBM, some more foundation data will become.
Okay.
But as we're discussing about the ITSM, so this is what we have to do.
Mhm. Okay. Thank you.
Now, if I come here, let me come here only. User has a role, right? Because if you want to work, like I said, Surbi, you are working as a fulfiller and you're working as an approver and you're working as a change manager. It means you have multiple roles, right? So if I come here again, user, it's one user have a multiple roles, right? And we assign this role to the group. This is what the best practice we follow.
Yes.
We never assign the role to the user individually.
Yes.
We always assign a role to the group.
Yeah.
So it means a group contains many roles. So it's M2M. A group has a many roles. Many roles has been assigned to number of groups.
Yeah.
Clear this fundamental. Samira. Prashanti.
Yes.
So let revise this part. Let's revise this part what we have discussed. Number one, a user has a zero or many role. Why zero? Because if it is an end user, no role need to be assigned. Right? So if I come here and write a user and role, 0 or 1 or M. Basically 0 and M. You have a one role, or you don't have any role. Sorry, either you have a zero role, either you have many roles. Okay.
Atul, user Atul, we can have user without role?
Yes, it is an end user.
And user, yeah.
Right?
Okay.
It is an end user.
Okay.
Okay. Now, number one. Number two, a user can be part of
One
zero
or
or
multiple.
many groups,
Yes. Yes.
right? If it is end user, maybe I'm not adding it in a group, right? But user and location is one-to-one. User and department is one-to-one. User and company is one-to-one, right?
Yeah.
Now, what about company? Let's say example of a big company, Tata. Tata is a very big company, but they have a multiple companies under that name. Tata Consultancy, Tata Communication, Tata Namak, and all the things will be there. So what about company? Company can have a child companies as well. It's again zero or many. Why this is required? Because this thing is mainly important when we go for the sometime domain separation systems. Then we do this thing. But for us on the broader side, you can say, and it is a parent-child relationship. See, in this, there's a no parent-child relationship. Remember, I'm not saying that company's parent user is child. No, it is a equal relationship. Farah and Surbhi are on the equal relationship with me. Farah is my student, Surbhi is my student. But me and my child has a parent and child relationship. So this is important point to remember. Don't think that it is a parent-child. There is no parent-child relationship. There is a concept called the extended table in ServiceNow. When we go in the CMDB, you will say, Atul, these are the child tables. No, these are the extended tables, not the child table. So in the same manner, company has a child as well, but it doesn't mean it's a 1 to 0. It's a parent and child relationship. And I'm telling you, this is what come in the examination perspective to confuse you. Now, department. Again, a department can have sub-departments as well. So, parent and child relationship. And at the last, location. A location has the multiple locations. So it can again parent and child relationship. Second part. Third part, group. What is group? A group can be nested group as well. Parent and child group. So a group can be a parent and child relationship. Let's say I am on the WhatsApp. I have a group of the batch one. And under that, I have a subgroup. Beginner, beginner, medium, and advanced. Like if you notice in the WhatsApp, there's a concept called the community. What they do, create one community group and add all relevant group under that. This is the parent and child relationship. It is not one to many, it is a parent to parent and child relationship, because if you send a message in the community, it will go in the associated group as well. Now a group can have zero or many members. Maybe today we have a group. Tomorrow, if we dissolve it, group still exists, but it has zero member. And last, a group can have zero or many rows. Clear, everybody? Any doubt? Any question?
Atul, for that department, that parent-child relationship, right? If you could just explain that.
Now, if I say, let's say HR department. Okay.
Mhm.
HR is very big.
Correct.
Under that we have a payroll. Under that we have a TA, talent acquisition.
Mhm.
Under that we have a, maybe I can say leave department.
Mhm.
So if you want to send a notice or if you want to assign a task to maybe any of this department, you can assign to the parent group only. Sorry, parent department only.
Okay. Okay.
So this is what. So in this case, it is not one to many. It is parent and child.
Mm.
That is important because this relationship department is this is with the user, not with the in itself. And same if you go for the location. Maybe you are staying. I said should be staying in UK in Milton Keys. Milton Keys तो बहुत बड़ा है. In Milton Keys junction. नहीं, interchange. So, right? So this is what the parent-child relationship. Clear, everybody?
And these relationships are always with respect to the user, right?
Yes.
I mean, or okay. So we'll say that the child, I'm sorry, not the child, like let's say that I am living at interchange, right? So I will have a relationship with the main location, right?
Let me show you. Let's create a user here.
Okay.
Okay. Let's go here and click on the user. Okay. And I click on the new. So now you can see here. A user has a department. A user. Okay, we don't have a field here. You can put the location as well. From where it is she is working. Then once let's say I'll create a user LNG department. See, this is the foundation data. This HR. Okay, and let me click on the save. Now, if you scroll down, you can assign the group. Edit. App Engine admins. Save. And now, if you go here, open this group. This group has a one role, App Engine admin. So now that user part of this group has only one role called App Engine admin. This is what the relationship has been built up.
Okay.
Okay. So from the again examination perspective, this is important that how they are interrelated. This point. What component has a relationship with the other component? This is what I want to show you here. Okay.
Atul,
So
one question, sorry, one question I have. The assignment groups, right? So we talked about the groups and I mean group with the roles, right? But I've seen in a lot of the companies, they also want the assignment groups as part of the foundation data.
Nothing. See, assignment groups are just a name. Okay, let me tell you what a simple example. If you are at home, okay, and you want to have some drink, what you say to your mom or your husband? Let's make something with the lemon.
Yeah.
In Hindi we say चलो नींबू पानी बनाते हैं. Lemon water will make it. But when you go outside, what you said to waiter? Can you bring lemon ginger? Concept is still same, right? Component is still same. They are bringing lemon, they're adding water. Same thing is there. So assignment groups are mainly available. Okay, let me show you here as well. This, right?
Yeah.
This is just a presentation name to whom you want to be assigned. If you come here, you can see app engine admin. From where it is becoming? It is coming from the group table only. Because you cannot assign a user as assignment group. अतुल क्या मतलब हुआ मेरी प्रोफाइल में assignment group क्यों? Why is assignment group in my profile? I'm a part of group. That's fine. Now you can use that group to assign change, incident, problem, request. Any group you can use it.
Correct.
So this is what the difference of assignment group. It's just a wording. If you see, let me right click here and show assignment group. See, it is referring to the group table.
Use a group table. Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Right.
So got that. Got it.
Simple. Lemon water become the lemonade ginger. That's all.
It's just the way of saying either we ask for the group data or we ask for the assignment group data.
We don't ask for the assignment group. We say give us the group, and then we define the group. That is okay. Give me a minute. So we discuss about the users, right? Now let me come to the group table. On the group. Okay. See, we're on the group table and there's a field available called the type. Configure form design. Oh, no. Wait.
Table.
Form layout.
Okay.
Well, design se bhi aa jayega, but that is little lengthy one. Look, let me put type here. See, this type define that where this group to be visible on the incident, on the change, and on the problem, on the request. So by default, ServiceNow provide only 3 types: catalog, ITIL, and survey. Remember, this is for the examination perspective. These questions come in the exam because I'm telling you, when you sit for this exam, don't start putting your thoughts from your project perspective. No. Think only what ServiceNow gave to us. So ServiceNow gave me only 3. Maybe if you go in your official instances, go in the group table, check for the type, you'll find few more types here. But what ServiceNow give me as a baseline system is these 3. So you define here, let's say LNG, ITSM, batch 1, manager, LNG. Okay, type ITIL. So all in ITIL module, it will be available. You can put the parent as we discuss, and you can put the group email ID. And now I click on the save here. This is my group table. Now I want to assign the role to this group. Okay, then click on the role table. This is the roles given by ServiceNow in ITSM implementation in the baseline system. Because in my instance, I'm on the Utah release. I don't have any plugin installed. It's like a vanilla flavor. If you're getting mature in the industry, you will hear this word a lot of time. Hey, we have a vanilla version. Why vanilla? Because vanilla is the ice cream which don't have any taste, don't have any specific color. Vanilla is always in the white and kind of a sweet will be there, but it's not like a specific taste. This is what
like the basic one.
Right. Yeah. This is what. So if you see, my instance is a vanilla at point of time. No added sugar, no added colors, no added coated. What ServiceNow give, I'm using it.
So now we call that greenfield as well, right?
Greenfield as well. Sometimes we call it the greenfield as well. Right? So now you want to create, you can create the new role as well. And it is coming from the sys user role table. Sys user role table. So you can define, you can put any subscription required or not, then it will work for you. Then you can assign this role to a group. You can assign this role to a table and it will work for you. Okay, so this is the point. Now let me come on the location.
I just have a question, Atul. When you say that we can create new role, right? But still, what that role is allowed to do, right? Usually we have some default rule, right? So now how do we say that, okay, I'm making a new rule as only the trainers should have this particular group, right? Let's say a grower or owner, sorry, the trainers are going to be added into one group and they all are going to have this particular role. But as that role, I also want to define that what they can do and what they cannot do.
Right. So when you are saying that only trainer can do, definitely you are creating some corresponding components as well. You are creating some objects. You are creating some table with that role only. Right. So if I say, okay, I'm a father, it's a role. Father is a role. But when you will say, or how I can present or how I can use that role of a father when I have a child with me. If I'm going a standalone in the market, nobody can say, hey, you're a father. For them, I'm a human being. But if I have a kid with me, then people say, okay, you are a father because a role has been given to me and I have a component with me which prove, yes, I'm a father here. So when you create a role, definitely you create some associated components as well. When we go in the incident table, I show you that, but that where you can see that what role has been associated with that. So now let's understand. Let's say this thing. Open the ITL role. Okay, this is given by service now out of the box. Now, if you assign this role is available for these many applications. See. Catalog, configuration, release. Because on these applications, let me show you now this thing, change. Boards. Okay, if you come and click on this pencil icon, see what all is required to use this ITL. Clear? So when you create a role, definitely you have some components in ServiceNow where that role has been assigned. This is what you are doing to be. So if you say I'm creating a new role called LNG, but boss, LNG role will work with what? You have to define that application, you have to define that module. Only then it will work. Otherwise it is clear, it's standalone, nothing will work.
Correct, yeah.
Right? So this is the way that you can create a role.
Okay.
Clear?
Yeah,
now let's come on the location. That is another foundation data. Location. Click new. Now ServiceNow is so smart, they are coming with the latitude and longitude as well. So you can define your location. Okay, you can define street, city, state, zip code, country. And see, it is not a reference, it is just a suggestion. Contact, phone number of that particular location. Maybe you're opening some office. That location has some kind of contact number as well. Any parent location. What is the latitude and longitude? Now the question comes, Atul, why this is required? I tell you one thing. If you go to the ServiceNow website and check their customers to whom they serve, there's a company that provide the taxi facilities like these cabs facilities. They're using the ServiceNow. And when you book the cab from the application, you select a location. In the background, it pick up the latitude and the longitude only. Because I cannot remember the latitude of my location. It's 70, 30, 40, what it's be there. I remember that it is a Milton Keynes, it is a Sheffield, it's a London, it's a Southampton, what. So I remember the name, but system take this thing. This is what the location. And location is there. If you add the location field in the user table, you can map the user as well. Now let me show you one location like this. Let's say Plano TX. So now you can see parent is the Plano and the sub locations or the child location is this. Full is America, North America, Texas, Plano, and this is a full location. This is a latitude, this is a longitude. We have to bring this data. Before I create a user, I need department, I need location, I need company. Before I assign the role to the user, I need a group. So there's a sequence to bringing the data in service now. It's not like it's banaya aur utha ke dal diya. No, it's not like that. So if you go these things, first you have a company, because a company is a department has a location, or a company has a location. Then bring user, but user standalone will not work. Bring group, then add user in the group, but it will not work. You have to be assigned the role as well to that particular group. This is what we are discussing here. Now go to the department. Don't feel bored. This is required for our discussion. So now you can see here. Let's say HR. HR is a department. ID is 009. Department ID is Marina Muri. If you want, you can create the sub department as well. And these many users are part of this department. Now remember your SQL queries, which has been taught to you in your graduation or the post graduation. Select star from a user table where department is this. This is what we're doing now. This is what we're doing now. Because it has a department. How it's go? It go to the user table, pick up this user, go to the department table, see if this user has a part of this department. Yes, bring that record to me. And last is our company. These many companies available here, like SR. So did you notice that SR also has a location? Practically, this location must be existing in service now, because writing can be harmful. To better to use the reference field. A company has a name, phone number, customer, stock symbol, stock price, zip code, and other things will be there. Is part of the foundation data. Any question, any clarification, any doubt here? Farah, Prashanti, Samira, and Surbhi.
Atul, so when we ask the foundation data from the customer, right, do we provide them some sort of template?
Yes, very nice question.
Okay.
Good.
Okay.
We provide them.
Okay.
Practically, we provide them because customer bolega, "Haan, this is my data, take it." But I see, I can get 5 or 7 records manually, but I cannot get 100 of records manually. So Farah, what we will use in this case? If I have to bring 1,000 of or 100 of users record in system, what I will use? Farah is sleeping today, I'm sure.
No, I'm here, but thinking.
Surbi, what will you use to bring the data in service now?
The Excel templates where with the
data is in the Excel template, and now you have to bring that Excel data in the service now. How you bring it?
So we will provide them a template wherein all the want it's there.
You get the Excel sheet. Now you want to bring the data in the service now.
Right. So I'll go to the guided set. Okay, yeah, sorry, yeah, go ahead.
Sorry, sir, go ahead.
Okay, so what I'll do is before doing anything, once we get the data, we'll check it, right? Because we need to look for the garbage thing, right?
Okay. All done.
All of it is done. We'll go to the guided setup, and one by one we start importing the data into the ServiceNow instance.
How to import?
So how to import? Okay, so
go ahead, Farah.
Yeah, Farah, please.
Sorry, I think there is a feature in ServiceNow. It's related to importing data.
Tell me that feature name, Farah. I'm asking that only.
I'm also thinking for the name.
Yeah, la la.
Samira, any idea on that? Think, Farah. Think.
Yes, I'm thinking.
It's not only about the user. You have 1,000 record of location. You have 500 records of department. You have 10,000 record of user. You have 10,000 record of groups. How you will bring that data in ServiceNow?
Data import.
What is that? What is the name? Give me the exact name of that module.
Okay, I should look at the.
No. So we will use the transform map to bring the
yes.
Correct. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So once you get the data in Excel sheet, making sure that no garbage is there, you have a prep in the proper format, then you can bring it. Now the question comes, Atul, from where we get the Excel template. That is important point. Right? Now if I say, okay, Surbi, create Excel template for department, location, user, group, and this thing, other two more tables. Surbi says, come on, Atul, I'm not a person who is just doing this manual work. You open the Excel sheet and do these things. Then how you will do? You can check two things. Number one, go in the now create and find out that is any template available. Number 1 point. Okay. Number 2 point, simple, what you can do. Let me say I'm going to the user table. Okay. Click on any of the field and click on import and click on create Excel template and make sure that you put all the fields here. Create Excel template.
Oh, okay. Exported. Okay.
Why this is important? You can go in my batch 2 or batch 3 videos and you can get it the purpose. And if you open this, go to the page 1. All the fields which are on the user table are here.
Great.
And send them to customer. Now one more thing, important point. And here you have to play a role. Customer says, Atul, come on, it's a 44 fields. I'm not going to do all this 44. Tell me what is the minimum and the mandatory fields that you have to be highlight. Like, okay, I need active. Okay, you can highlight. I need active. I need company. I need cost center. I need city. I need email. I need department. Then you can send to the customer. And the same thing you can use for every other table. Now customer is happy. You are happy because when you get the data in this format, you have to be just go and click on the upload file and it will be done. I'm not going to be discuss anything about the transform map here because that's not the concept or purpose here. Yes. But the question that how to get the template, you can get this way, or it is a homework for you guys. Go to the now create and find out that is any template given by ServiceNow or not.
I will ask. I just thinking to ask you this question, but okay,
no, it will
be our homework.
Yes, okay. Because until unless we will not explore, we will not learn. So one way I have given, second way you have to be find out. And believe me, This is one-time activity. Either you onboard one customer, either you onboard 100 of customers. Format will be same. Hi, that can be then you can update one or two fields that okay, this is not required for you. You can leave it as of now. Don't fill any data. These things. And also, if you notice this thing, that you can get the drop down as well in some places.
Oh, great.
This is
macro enabled. Yeah.
This is the benefit of downloading template from their Outlook like this.
So Atul, I mean, when you said right that we will download the data and probably if the customer says that there is too much information that you're asking for, right? And then we tell them, okay, this is mandatory and you give me this, right? So how do we decide that which particular information is actually mandatory that need to be filled as part of this template?
This is your expertise.
Okay.
You want to,
this is what we love.
Okay, you want to submit or you want to book a ticket. Okay. And you're booking the air tickets. In the air tickets, age is mandatory. Okay. In the air ticket, age is mandatory. If you will not fill, or if that field is not given by the ticket provider, then how they will come to know that you need a special discount or not, or maybe senior citizen discount or not. This is this is a kind of your experience and common sense come here. I'm intentionally using this word as a common, but we know that without this it cannot be work.
Correct.
And believe me, this is just a user table. If I show you the CMDB table, a single table in CMDB contains more than 100 fields.
Correct. Yeah.
So you have to be deciding. You can sit with the customer. Okay, tell me. If you don't have any data for this one, I can make it as a non-mandatory, but it can be risk. Like email. If I say that email is not a mandatory for me, then ask the customer how you will identify or to whom I will send the notification, because email is required for the notification as well.
Right.
Employee number. Surbhi Avasthi can be two in my same company. But how do you differentiate? With the employee number. So it becomes important for you to be at that part.
Correct.
Right?
Yeah.
So this is what ServiceNow say. But if you go in the user table here, you can create a user without filling any data as well. Because it is not anything is not mandatory. If I click on the submit, let me click on the save. It's done. User created. Because out of the box or baseline ServiceNow system did not have any validation on this particular part. But we are little intelligent. It's not going to work. So we'll make some field as a mandatory.
Correct.
And then ask user to boss, iska data mein de do. Plus one more thing, department is a reference field. You can see here, right?
Yeah.
If I have a HR here, you cannot mention human resource here. It will not match.
Right.
So you have to provide this data as well to the customer. That was these only departments available. If you want, I can add new as well, but it should be matched with my system.
Correct.
Clear, everybody? Farah, Prashant, Surbhi, and
yes. Okay.
Samira, clear now? You're speaking on mute, I guess, Samira. Okay. So now with this, the first concept of our ITSM of the foundation data has been completed. Now, what is your homework? Now, what is your homework? What you have to do? You have to be. I'll do one thing. I'll create a user for everybody. Okay, I'll create a user for everyone in my instance and put the username and the password and give the roles as well. What you have to be you have to create minimum 4 or 5 new users, create department, create location, create role, assign that role. All this basic stuff you have to be doing now. Even though it is not part of this particular exam, but to bring back you on the basics so that Farah remember that it's a transfer map.
Yes.
Give you this exercise. Okay.
Nice.
So, but in after some time, maybe I don't know, 3-4 hours, I'll give you the details on the WhatsApp group, and then you can use and you can bring it. But read about this little bit more in depth.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Yes. Any last doubt question before I close this recording for today? Samira, Surbhi, and Farah.
Nothing as of now.
No, for now.
Yeah, probably once we start using that, once we start working on the homework that you'll give, right?
Yes.
There will be more.
Yes.
Right.
Exactly.
Okay, let me stop recording here. Take quick attendance.